Ed, I'm going to gloat about my old team here for a second. Did you know the Bulls are the only NBA franchise to win multiple championships and never lose an NBA Finals series in their history?
6-0, right? Now, it helped to have a guy named MJ, but Jay, think about this. If he's not gone those 2 seasons, maybe it's 8 straight Finals wins. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Wendell Carter powers it through.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are 2 different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Right down Broadway for the 2. Defender has to pick him up.
When I think about Kemba Walker, I think about a self-made elite PG. He's a little guy that thrives amongst the NBA giants, and he's fearless. Let me tell you about how fearless he is. Even Alvin Gentry said he's probably the biggest competitor he's ever seen. You could put him right up there with the likes of Kobe Bryant from a competitive standpoint. That goes to show you that Walker will do anything and everything to beat you every possession.
Rebound comes to Chicago. Pass taken away by the Celtics.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
Missed it. How'd that not go down?
I got ball. I got something.
Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Oh, Carter with the rejection.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Runner here won't go. Brown into the front court. Down just a couple. To Cantor. Zach LaVine swats it. Enes Kanter, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Porter, jumper's good.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting report.
Free throw good to finish off the 3-point play. The lead is up to 5. Boston with the basketball.
Man, clear the lane.
Walker
I got this.
to Cantor. Zach LaVine tips it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Cantor to Kemba Walker. Off the assist.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the
You're on
paint.
the island now.
LaVine to Porter. From long range. Tough shot. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Oh, that brick. Sun in my eye.
I got ball.
To Porter. And count the basket.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Into the front court, it's Walker. 5-point game. Nothing going here on that drive. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
So deadly. Now, look, part of that is God-given talent. But the other part is that ball speed combined with that handle. Oh, that's off the charts. But he always finds a way to slow himself down right before he goes into that shot.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Walker. You've got to get that one to go.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off two legs and expect the contact.
Zach LaVine forcing that one there. Well defended. Gordon Hayward, that's how it's done. Missed his first, that one goes.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day. This is the new norm.
Count it, and the foul. He is going to the line for a free throw.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Thaddeus Young at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 67%. And he misses that one free throw. Celtics have it. Walker, deep left corner. To Walker. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. He's now 4 for 6.
Ed, here's a next level comment for you. K-Walk is one of the rare guys in the league today that blurs the lines between the streets and the league.
LaVine. To Porter. For three. No good. That's great defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
LaVine.
Pick coming left.
To Young.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
And he drains it.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Celtics have it. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
To Wendell Carter. Oh, had him going there for a second. Cashes in for 2.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Walker to Cantor. Oh, ferocious slam inside. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Thaddeus Young. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
End score. Strong take.
Everything about Porter is so low-key. No social media, and he's one of the few high-caliber NBA players that manages to stay out of the public eye while producing at an elite level in a number of categories.
Come on, show me something better than that, baby. It's game time.
Boston with the basketball. To Hayward. Runner here won't go down. To Porter. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's how you defend.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Ennis Cantor trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 77% at the line.
Oh, I see you've been working out, huh? Come here. I got him. Here we go. I got ball.
4-3. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Well, you can't do that.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Be alert. Be alert. Here it comes.
Walker.
Be alert.
To Cantor. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
To Young. Beyond the arc for three. It's Cantor with the board.
Self-check.
Walker. To Cantor. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Chicago with the possession.
Let's go.
A bad pass, and the Celtics have it.
I got you. Get your man.
To Marcus Smart. From the painted area, won't go down.
That's me. I got ball.
To Young. Thaddeus Young. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
And you always feel like the words vision and unselfishness go together. They work cohesively as a unit. When you have a guy that has both, that sets the tone for how your team is going to play.
To Cantor. Can't connect from inside.
Woo, I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
And a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
This is my man right here. Y'all get yours. I got ball. Wait on it. Go.
Knock loose.
Take care of the
Bulls
ball.
have it.
Take care of the ball.
Get down. Half court. Here come.
All right, I got ball.
Deep right corner. Missed that one. The defender was all over him.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
And his Cantor above the rim. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Here's a chance from long range. Yes, give the advantage to the shooter.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Thaddeus Young sends it away.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
To Markkanen. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
The 7th pick overall, Lauri Markkanen had an exquisite rookie season. Ending the year, all-rookie first team. Even executive VP John Paxson of the Bulls organization referred to him as the cornerstone of the franchise.
On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming. But it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Now the Celtics going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
My ball, my ball.
Shot from the lane won't go.
Hey, match up, match up, match up. Here we go, here we go.
And scores. Great body control on the step through.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Enes Kanter. With that, he's 5 for 9.
Finally, finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
And so we're through one here at United Center with the Bulls on top. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Brown with it up top. Down a bundle.
Screen left coming, screen left coming, screen left.
To Hayward.
What's that cutter? What's that cutter? What's the cut? What's the cut?
They've slowed down the pace.
We know what's coming. Go get him.
To Markkanen. Alexia Jinsa with the block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
I got ball. I got ball. That's me.
Try from the baseline, but it won't go down.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
To Markkanen.
My ball, my ball, my ball.
Rejected.
Whoa! Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
That's out of bounds off a Bull. It'll stay Celtic basketball. Time to shuffle things up. Thaddeus Young snatching it out of the air.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
And the finish at the rim.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Finish that. The shot almost.
I got it. Take mine. Go to mine. Go to mine. I got it. I got it.
and counted at the rim.
I'm a little bit disappointed in the celebration right there, Ed. I mean, live your best life. I want to see a little bit more passion on the next play.
To Porter. The jumper's off the mark.
Everybody pick up, everybody pick up. D up.
Wide open look won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Hayward. Knocked loose.
Cut it coming through, cut it coming through.
Hayward. Fires the three. That's off the side of the rim, short. Porter. And he buries it. Jay upping the ante from beyond the arc.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Thaddeus Young rejects it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Second effort. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Young lets it fly from beyond the arc. Textbook defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
If you're coaching against this player, you have to throw some fake traps, some fake schemes. How are you making this player think instead of just naturally reacting?
Nice pass to get things going.
And Ed, not every pass needs to be a home run pass or a thread the needle. Sometimes an easy kick ahead or an easy shuffle pass can make the game simple. The more simplistic the game is, the more efficient you'll be as a unit.
To Markkanen.
Box out, box out.
Just not going down. Brown into the front court. His guys down big. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Markkanen shot that misses. Whoa, what a finish.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand.
Let's play deep, play deep, play deep.
My ball.
Ball's controlled by Boston. To Cantor. And throws it down. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Brown with it up top. Trailing by 14. Lauri Markkanen sends it away. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Lauri Markkanen. Opposing coach is going to counter. Make some changes of his own. Cantor. To Jaylen Brown. Great dish to set it up. Ah, the monster stuff.
Get up, man.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Match up, y'all.
To Markkanen. Gets it in the right corner. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Over to the right side. To Hayward. Won't go.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Desperation shot here from half court. It's good, and it gets them closer as we reach the end of the first half. Time expires to end the first half. Nice cushion for the Bulls.
The Bulls are up after 2 quarters. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. These are the guys getting buckets for the Chicago Bulls. The Celtics were unable to find an offensive flow in the opening half. They've been scrappy, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarded in the second half. These are the guys getting buckets for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Blocks.
The Chicago Bulls have been making the kind of defensive impact that can affect the team mentally. After a lot of those blocks, you'll start to see guys more hesitant and second-guessing shot opportunities.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Walker into the front court. The deficit now up to 12. Oh, Carter with the rejection.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
The drive, right to the basket. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
To Zach LaVine. Fires the 3. Zach LaVine forcing that one there. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Kemba Walker at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Shooting 75% so far tonight.
Yes, sir.
It's Chicago ball.
Play some D.
To Wendell Carter. Doesn't get the bounce.
Cultures have communication. Great cultures have teammates that are willing to push you to limits that maybe you didn't even see that you had. But right now, there's no leader on this team. Everybody's just going their separate ways.
To Porter from long range. can't go down. Smothering defense.
His scoring has definitely cooled off, but you have to give the defense some credit. They're denying him the ball and really making him work once he catches it.
On the follow. Way to stay with it. Now the Bulls will take the timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game.
I got ball, I got ball, I got ball.
To Levine. Ball's out. Last touch by Zach Levine. Across the timeline, it's Walker. The deficit now up to 5. Enes Kanter above the rim.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
To Porter for 3.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. And he connects on the first free throw. Knocks down the second free throw.
Okay, okay.
Perfect from the line. Hits all 3 of them. Walker with the basketball. The deficit is 6. Slams it down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Leaving no doubt. Slams it down. Bulls with the basketball.
I got him. Here we go. Here we go.
To Young. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Can't connect. Takes stock of the floor. Into the front court, it's Walker. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Porter. Off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Walker into the front court. His group now down 2. He throws it down.
Way to find me.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Kemba Walker.
I got mine, y'all get yours. I got mine.
Cruises inside for 2.
You know, Ed, so many times we see people flexing on social media in the offseason, but they rarely put in the work, the substance. Not Jaylen Brown. This dude's been putting in the grind every single day in the gym. He's ready.
Thaddeus Young is going to get a chance at 3 here. He struggled so far. First try at the line, no good. And he hits the second. Off the mark, only makes 1 of 3. Great feed, sets it up. Whoa, Jaylen Brown above the rim.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Celtics have it. Walker to Hayward. Return label included.
The offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Hayward.
Watch that cutter.
Walker.
Knock it down. Knock it
Tatum.
down. We'll live. We'll live.
It's Carter with the rebound. Markkanen to Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine, consistent effort. He's at 50%.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
He cruises in for two. Too easy.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Oh, here we go. Let's ride.
Zach LaVine knocks it down from mid-range.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Wait on it. Side up.
And he buries it.
Good shot, good shot.
Ooh, I'm telling you from experience, his teammates will never let that one down.
Bulls have it. LaVine. To Wendell Carter. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Trying to cash in. Add 2 points to the board.
Please contest the shot.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive. But when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Cantor to Walker. 4-3. Off the iron. No good.
I got ball.
There's the toss. Done. Beyond the arc for three. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Across the timeline, it's Walker. His guy's down three. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
And he hits.
Oh, good shot, boy.
Here we go. I got ball.
To Chris Dunn. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
Porter to Wendell Carter. Fires the three. Oh, that's how it's done.
C to three, B to three. Some young players look like deer in headlights out there on the court. But you got something different. You got that moxie.
All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
Here's lesson number one. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of break dance move they might hit you with.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
I got ball.
LaVine.
Match up.
Walker with the basketball. Now down 6. Oh, big finish at the rim.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Done. Nice finish at the rim.
showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
And a whistle.
A simple touch foul.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Watch the cutter, man.
Walker. Nearing impossible. No getting through.
5, Ed. That's 5 blocks tonight.
It's good. And one.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Jaylen Brown trying to cash in on the three-point play. He struggled so far. Chicago basketball.
I got him.
To Chris Dunn. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's what you like to see. Dunn, it was well defended, finds a way to hit the three.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to your stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Chris Dunn at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 69% at the line. And he missed the free throw. To Jaylen Brown. Hayward. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
In the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
I got him.
Lets it fly from long range. Tough shot there for Chris Dunn. No good.
Self-check.
Hayward to Kemba Walker. Fires the three. Pulled in by Markkanen. Pulls up for two. Celtics have it.
Right here, y'all get yours. I got
Walker.
ball.
They need something to go down. It's no good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Hayward to Walker. Hayward. It's no good. Shot's not going down. To Chris Dunn. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Lauri Markkanen.
Nice.
Shifting gears. Here come some substitutions. Boston with the basketball. Great pass to set it up. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
And ISO basketball is becoming a thing of the past. Team basketball is back. And if you have that personnel with the versatility plus the mindset, game over.
Into the front court, it's Walker. His club's staring up at an 8-point deficit. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Here's a tip for your defense. You can't give him that much space. You have to push up into his personal space and make him play the majority of the possessions with his back to the basket. Because if you allow him to open up, there's no stopping him.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Goes to the left side. From long range.
Make the next
Another
one, next
chance.
one. Going off.
It goes down.
Shot, boy.
I'm not
Keep
sure
working
that
out,
wasn't
boy.
an
You can't guard
offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Hey, 10
Ball's
cup, let's
controlled
go.
by Boston.
Watch that cutter.
Driving right to the basket. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
For three, trying for a 30-point night, but it's no good. Knocked loose. He'll let one fly from half court. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way. It has been all Bulls. The Bulls in possession as we start the fourth quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
Here comes the screen.
Here comes screen. Here comes screen.
Kemba Walker up against Porter.
Hey, good contest.
Can't connect.
You gotta get up on that. I'm here. I got ball.
I got ball.
To Wendell Carter. Cleans it up. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
To Kemba Walker. To Marcus Smart. The drive, right to the basket. Oh, Carter with the rejection. Bulls with it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Over to the right side. Porter to Markkanen. Sizing up the defense. Going to launch beyond the arc. Not going down here. Walker into the front court. The deficit now up to 13. Here comes the screen.
On your right.
Hayward to Marcus Smart. Gets it in the right corner. Shot from the lane won't go.
I got ball. I got something for him.
That's at a
You know what's coming. Go get him.
Hayward to Walker. 4-3. Still can't buy one from distance. It's no good. And the basket good at the rim.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Has a look. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
And hits the first free throw. And he makes them both.
That's a bucket. Yes, sir. Way to shoot it, boy.
Across the timeline, it's Walker.
Screen.
Trailing by 15.
Shoot that jumper. Knock that down.
Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
When I think about Kemba Walker, I think about a self-made elite PG. He's a little guy that thrives amongst the NBA giants, and he's fearless. Let me tell you about how fearless he is. Even Alvin Gentry said he's probably the biggest competitor he's ever seen. You could put him right up there with the likes of Kobe Bryant from a competitive standpoint. That goes to show you that Walker will do anything and everything to beat you every possession.
I got ball.
To Wendell Carter. Got it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. To Hayward. Nice pass to set things up.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Bulls with the rock. To Porter. Beyond the arc for three. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. Misses the first. Second of three is good.
Heck yeah.
Walker with the basketball. His guys trail by 13. To Wendell Carter. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
That is great vision to set it up. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
I'm on D.
Here's a chance from long range. That's off the side of the rim. No good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Chicago possession.
Let's go.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
You see, Ed, skill levels at this game are at an all-time high. Inside-out threats are tough. You got to make it hard for him to actually catch the ball in those higher percentage areas.
Watch out.
Carter comes away with it. Fires the three. He engulfed him that time. Hayward to Kemba Walker.
Right.
A bad pass, and the Bulls have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Second effort.
Box out.
On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Walker. He's had a good shooting performance, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough.
Yeah, no one else pretty much helped out. As a coach, I would be irate that nobody helped pick up the slack. Look, one man can never beat five.
Rebound.
And the finish. Slam dunk.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Celtics have it.
Hey, switch. I got him.
Throws it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand.
I got this clown. Let's go.
To Markkanen. Has a chance. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time. And the nice finish at the rim.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
That's me. I got ball. Here I am. I got ball.
God, tough shot. Hand in his face, he makes them pay.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
To Walker. Lets it fly from long range. Oh, Jay, he's shaking his head. The guilty party. He knows it's better to be lucky than good.
Or he knows it was just a really bad shot that just happened to go in. But sometimes when the basketball heavens drop a gift in your lap, you take it.
Bad shot, my fault.
He working for us.
I got ball. I got ball. I got ball.
Watch that cutter. I got the cutter. Watch the cutter. Watch the cutter.
End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
I'm hillside.
How on earth are you going to let someone go coast to coast in a tight game like this?
Here's a tie-up and an intentional foul. That means free throws coming with a little under 30 seconds to play.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
Now here comes the intentional foul. They'll send him to the line with 26 seconds to go on the clock.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws. Timeout Boston. It's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with one more chance to stop the clock before the buzzer sounds. To Kemba Walker. To Hayward. Fires the three. Oh, they could have really used that one, but the shot's no good. That's going to be his 6th foul. He's done for the night.
Some players are built to handle these moments. On one end, you just sparked your team, and at the same time, you also got under your opponent's skin. Just want to manage through the emotions here and not take it too far.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. And they're going to play this one out to its conclusion as we get an intentional foul. That means free throws coming up in what is a 7-point game.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
Knocks down the second after missing the first. From long range. That misses with 2 seconds to go. The Bulls take this one as they take care of business at home. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Bulls emerged victorious after a tight finish. What really stands out for me is how many three-pointers were scored. Everyone in the arena should have been given a free umbrella for the way they made it rain from long range. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Chicago Bulls. The Celtics are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. While they did put together quite a highlight reel of dunks in this matchup, they did not put together a win. As we all know, style points never show up on the scoreboard.
Game track. Field goals.
This was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
Player of the game.
If you asked him, I'm sure he'd give the credit to his teammate and coaches. But at the end of the day, we know that he's the one that made the biggest impact on this game. These are the top plays of the game.